Reality is that the cartoon was made 85 years ago. It's extremely dated when it comes to the ideas of women being in roles of power.
She has created a lot of publicity for Disney, and
Snow White is running for president.
I'm launching my campaign.
Yeah, because there's nothing more effective than 19-year-olds educating the rest of the voting public while yelling, "Okay, boomer."
You know what? I can't wait to quit social media. I'm like so ready to just throw my phone away. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but I know it's gonna happen at some point. And everyone's gonna get mad at me and they're gonna be like, "No, because of me." Or they'll be thrilled and be like,
"Thank God Rachel's getting off social media."
Regardless of the consequences to everybody else.
I will elbow everyone out of the way to play the part. Weird.
Welcome back to Celebrity. It's Olivia here. We didn't have to invent much. We just watched the press tour. That's not a TikTok comment. That's a Fox executive publicly defending a savage Simpsons takedown so brutal, it left Rachel Zegler speechless. Not metaphorically, literally. She vanished. Because when the most iconic satire in TV history turns your personality into a national punchline, you don't issue a statement, you hide. And what Fox aired wasn't parody. It was a mirror. Now, everyone's asking the same chilling question. Did Rachel Zegler just get canceled by her own network?
I think this girl does not deserve a feature-length film. She deserves to be in a padded cell.
The movie is doing catastrophically.
At one point, she was untouchable. Rachel Zegler, the golden child of Spielberg, the breakout star of West Side Story, the Gen Z Cinderella crowned to lead a new Disney era. Studios fought over her. Audiences swooned. She was dubbed the future of film. But the future didn't arrive the way anyone expected. Because when Disney handed her the keys to the kingdom, Snow White, reimagined, rebranded, re-everything, it wasn't just a casting. It was a cultural declaration. A new kind of princess. A new kind of story. No more princes, no more true love. Only leadership over love. Feminism over fantasy. Modern values over magic. But the moment Rachel stepped in front of those cameras, something changed. What was supposed to be empowerment started sounding like a TED Talk trapped in a tiara. What was meant to inspire began to alienate. Clip after clip of Zegler lecturing about patriarchal archetypes, refusing to be rescued, rejecting the very fairy tale she was cast to lead. It wasn't just the fans who noticed, it was everyone. And behind the scenes, the pressure was mounting. Disney executives watching social sentiment slip, PR teams quietly panicking. A movie that hadn't even hit theaters was already being called a flop in the making. But nothing, not even the backlash, could have prepared them for what happened next. Because when Fox aired that Simpsons episode, it wasn't just shade, it was a bombshell. And Rachel Zegler's fairy tale just turned into a cautionary tale.
Millions of girls will grow up thinking that this is the right way to act.
Rachel Zegler is extraordinarily woke, but she's woke in a way that's quite deranged.
Put another gay diverse woman in it, make it more lit.
The backlash didn't simmer, it erupted. This wasn't just a meme war, it was The Simpsons versus Rachel Zegler, Fox versus Disney, mainstream satire versus manufactured PR, and the gloves were never on. In the episode, a wide-eyed cartoon princess saunters into the spotlight, parroting the exact lines Rachel dropped in real life. No more princes. It's not 1937 anymore. I'm not here to be loved. I'm here to lead. It wasn't parody. It was surgical. Clip for clip, quote for quote. Every side-by-side TikTok made it crystal clear. This wasn't a coincidence. It was a direct target. The parody mocked the movie, yes, but it eviscerated the persona. Rachel Z wasn't just being critiqued. She was being carved apart. Fox didn't blink. They didn't issue an apology. They didn't soften the edges. One insider put it plainly. We didn't have to exaggerate. We just copied the press tour. And when Rachel saw it, she didn't laugh. She didn't dismiss it. She snapped. Allegedly, she called her team in a panic, demanding action. Phone calls flew out to Disney, to Fox, even to the creators of The Simpsons themselves. The ask? Simple. Pull the episode, or pull her from it. The answer? Fox shut the door. Politely, firmly. It aired. It's satire. We're not changing anything. And that's when the silence began. Not because she wanted it, because she had nothing left to say. And Disney? They didn't defend her. They didn't fight back. They vanished too. A war had started, but one side had already surrendered.
So Snow White slept and waited for her prince to come, but he never did.
Cry me a river. I deserve to be paid for every single hour I am in the outfit of Snow White.
What followed was chaos. a full-blown internet firestorm. Clips from the Simpsons episode flooded TikTok, YouTube, Reddit before the credits even finished rolling. Side-by-sides popped up everywhere. Rachel Zegler's real interviews. The prince is a stalker. We're not in 1937 anymore. Cut frame for frame against her animated doppelganger, ranting about dismantling fairy tales while woodland creatures rolled their eyes. It was savage, it was specific, and it was undeniable. I'm not here to be loved, I'm here to lead. That line, it exploded. Branded by TikTok as the final boss of girl bossing. Used in edits, memes, parody songs, even fake Oscar acceptance speeches with Rachel Z tripping over banned fairy tale books, while Krusty the Clown slow-clapped in mock sympathy. YouTubers joined the bloodbath. One viral title, The Simpsons just did what Disney wouldn't. 3 million views in 2 days. But just when the memes reached their peak, it got darker. An old debunked rumor reemerged. An AI-generated OnlyFans account falsely linked to Zegler started circulating again. Despite being completely fake, people reposted it like it was breaking news. Because truth wasn't the point anymore. The narrative was. Suddenly, the backlash wasn't just about her movie, it was about her attitude, her tone, her posture, her silence. Even her fans started backing away. The vibe wasn't canceled, it was worse. Dismissed. One viral comment said it best, "The internet doesn't hate Rachel Zegler, it's just done giving her chances." And in Hollywood, that's career death. Because silence doesn't just speak, it screams. And Rachel wasn't just quiet, she was erased.
To everyone who hates when I win.
I hope it's off the book we go.
The movie is doing catastrophically. They spent $300 million and it currently has a 2.2 out of 10 rating on IMDb.
Here's the twist no one saw coming. The Simpsons didn't just roast Rachel Zegler. They did it on a network owned by Disney. Let that sink in. This wasn't just satire, it was an in-house execution. The very company trying to protect her image quietly let the most iconic animated show on television torpedo it. No edits, no PR spin, just a smirking parody, broadcast to millions. And while Rachel vanished from press tours, Disney began scrubbing her out. Her name? Missing from promotional rollouts. Behind-the-scenes clips, trimmed, trailers, recut, Instagram, silent. They didn't drop her. They didn't denounce her. They just faded her out. Because in Hollywood, exile doesn't come with a press release. It comes with quiet omissions. One insider said it cold, "She's not touchable right now." Even casting directors took notice. Suddenly, her name became industry shorthand. Don't go full Zegler. She wasn't the star anymore. She was the example. Not of scandal, not of crime, but of what happens when a rising star becomes a burden. She didn't offend the world. She exhausted it. And that's the cruel irony. Rachel Zegler, the girl chosen to rewrite a fairy tale, was written out of her own. Not with a villain's defeat, not with a hero's redemption, but with something far more brutal, silence. So now we ask, is this how it ends? A Disney princess. Not dethroned, but deleted. Not hated, but forgotten. No finale, no redemption arc, just a parody. And the sound of a spotlight clicking off. Because Rachel Zegler didn't fall from grace. She fell into irrelevance. And in an industry powered by buzz, that's worse. But here's the question that burns. Did she deserve this? Was she a young woman with a voice punished for daring to challenge tradition? Or was she a rising star who misread the moment, spoke too much, too soon, to a world that didn't want to lecture with its fairy tales? And what does this say about us? About an audience that claims to want authenticity, but crucifies it when it doesn't come wrapped in likability? Was The Simpsons savage or honest? Was Fox reckless or righteous? And most chilling of all, is Rachel Zegler the last to face this? Or just the first in a long line of stars about to learn that in the age of viral backlash, fairy tales don't get rewritten, they get erased? Let us know in the comments. Was this the final nail in Rachel Zegler's career, or the beginning of her comeback? And if you were in her shoes, would you fight the fire or disappear into the silence? Subscribe for more raw, unfiltered deep dives into the moments Hollywood tries to bury. Because we're not here to please the studios. We're here to tell the story they're too scared to say out loud. The next video's already locked. And trust me, you're not ready for what we found next.